Hi everybody, my name is Dominic Decker. I'm a Red presenter, and today I'm going to talk about presentations outside of the office environment. When most people think of presentations for work, they think of presenting in a boardroom or office, much like the one I am standing in now. But in most jobs, you may have to present in a number of varying locations, sometimes with limited accessibility to things such as technology. These kinds of presentations can have a major benefit though. If you can convey your message effectively while at your selected venue, the experience that your clients will have associated with your presentation could make you stand out from the others. This, in a way, is a very interactive presentation. There's a lot of research that suggests the more involved a person is at the time you present your information, the easier it will be for them to later recall that information. But if you do not prepare well for these out-of-office presentations, they will not have a good impact and actually could hurt how you were perceived. The most common place that you will have to present outside of the office is at a restaurant. The first location that we will talk about today is a restaurant. The biggest thing to consider when deciding on a restaurant is how formal of a meeting you want to have. Traditionally, lunch is less formal than dinner, although your choice of venue is also a large part of that. If you've met the client before, you may be able to get away with a less formal meal. If you've initiated the meeting, you should offer to pay for the other person's meal, and always offer to pay for your own, even if the other person insists. There are a few things to consider when you're talking in a restaurant. The first is where to sit. This may seem small, but when asked table or booth, pick table. Most people will pick booth because they're often more comfortable, but the close proximity may be awkward in a business setting. And wait times are usually less for tables. The second is, are you going to have technology, such as an iPad? If so, bring that with you. The final thing to consider is atmosphere. Most restaurants are noisy, and this can be distracting, so just be prepared for that. But if you become familiar with your material, as well as your venue, a meeting over a meal can be a great way to add a personal touch to your presentation. Another place that you may have to present would be at an outdoor event. Not as much nowadays, but the golf course is still used to conduct business meetings. Even if you're not up for a round of golf, there are plenty of other events that are hosted outdoors where you may meet clients. In this case, you'll have to have thought through how to present yourself outside and how your material may change. The biggest factor you now have to consider is the weather. When you're inside, everything is nice and quiet, as well as climate controlled. When you move outside, all of that changes, and you may not always have the most ideal conditions. If you prepare for that though, you can still effectively deliver your material. You may also have to fit your material in between activities, so try and find a good place where you could pause your presentation to be continued later. If you do all this effectively, your clients, or whoever you're presenting to, will have a good time, and therefore, remember what you have to say. The third location that you may have to give a presentation will be at a job site or outdoor development location. Whether your company is moving to a new location or just looking to expand and obtain more property, there are plenty of reasons that you'd be outside at an undeveloped property giving some kind of presentation. In these instances, it would be good to know what is being built on the property and any other background information, such as completion dates or how far into construction they are. If you are tasked with presenting this information to investors or as part of a press release, your preparation will pay off. I know in Wichita, where I'm from, our local business journal loves to cover new developments, and it may fall on you someday to answer their questions. The final thing you want to consider is, what are you going to wear? In Kansas, most construction sites require pants, closed-toed shoes or boots, a hard hat, and sometimes safety glasses. It is important that you know these things, not only for your safety, but because you may not be allowed onto the site without them. With proper preparation, giving your presentation on site will increase the attention to what you are saying, as well as give your audience a visual that they could not get with pictures or a video. The most important thing to know is you have to pick something that you and your clients will both enjoy. This will require getting to know your clients on a personal level. For some people, they may go play golf. For others, it will be taking your clients to a sporting event. Personally, I know a lot of my clients enjoy flying, and since I'm a pilot, I could offer to take them flying. Whatever you choose, make sure it is something that everybody can enjoy. You should also be familiar with the atmosphere of where you choose, so you can tailor your material for the venue, and can also be aware of some of the distractions that may be present there. You may also have to find different ways to present yourself, including what you wear. There's no one-size-fits-all for your presentations. You wouldn't wear the outfit that you played golf in to a very nice restaurant. But, with that all being said, with practice and preparation, your out-of-office presentations will impress your clients, And not only will they listen to what you talked about, they will also retain the information better, since they now have an experience associated with your presentation.